Now, I'm going to really appreciate no slander going on in this next game as we talk about the 3-1 contending Bengals going against the Green Bay Packers. They are 3.5-point dogs, but I'm telling you, they're going to play like true Bengals. They're going to play like the Tiger Kings. They are going to win this matchup against the Packers. Yes, I am going full upset mode here. I think that this is a great spot for the Bengals. This is a great opportunity for them. Playing at home, Jaire Alexander may miss this game with a shoulder injury. Preston Smith may miss this game. Zadarius Smith is already on IR. The Packers defense is in pretty rough shape. Meanwhile, the Bengals offense has started to roll a little bit. Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, they get T. Higgins back. Yes, Joe Mixon is day-to-day currently with the ankle injury, but I think Samaje Perine is more than a serviceable backup there in that particular role. I think this is a situation in which the Bengals are more than up for the task. Now, keep in mind, Jesse Bates may or may not play. That's going to be pivotal for can they do anything to stop the Packers on the other side of the ball. But in the Zach Taylor era, the Bengals have been 2-13-1 in one possession games. This season, they are 2-1 in that spot. Yes, I would take them with the points. Of course, this is just a straight pick 'em, so I'm picking them out right here. I'm just telling you, I like the Bengals here. Coming off 3 straight wins in a row, coming off 2 games in which they were one possession, allowing the Steelers, allowing the 49ers to get back into it. I think the Packers are a little bit due for an upset here.
So I think I'm behind you right now in our pick'em pool so far this year. I don't know what you said. You were muted.
By 1.
Okay, so I'm behind by 1 right now, and this is just basically a freebie. Thank you for that. I will take the Green Bay Packers very happily and climb that game back on you because this is just a simple, if you're looking for analysis on this one, and it'll be funny if I'm wrong, so I'm willing to just go with this. The Packers have Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, and Devontae Adams, and the Bengals don't. That's the simple analysis I can give you on this one. It's just that the Packers have those 3 players and the Bengals don't, and the Packers are going to whoop up on Cincinnati. We should probably give context for why Juju mentioned off the top the non-slander to the Bengals here, because we were debating what to do with the 5th game here, and he talked about the Bengals and Packers being a playoff matchup. And I said, well, hold on here. The Cincinnati Bengals are not a playoff team, or at the very least, I don't think of playoffs when I think of the Cincinnati Bengals, to which I brought up the point that, yes, they are 3-1 so far this year, but who did they beat? The Chicago Bears they lost to, but they beat the Minnesota Vikings. They beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. Do we regard any of those teams as playoff teams? Not really. Maybe you could argue Pittsburgh. Maybe you could argue the Vikings, but they're both fighting for the 7 seed. They'll lose their first playoff game regardless. The Bengals finish off the season this year with games including, but not limited to, because I think they play the Jets at some point down. I think they do have the Jets and Lions, so those are nice wins for them. But they play the Packers this week. They have 2 against the Ravens, 2 against the Cleveland Browns, Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, and Broncos all on their schedule. That is 9 of their remaining 13 games coming against universally regarded very good teams. The Broncos, I don't know what to do with them, but the Broncos can definitely beat the Bengals. So 9 games they will be underdogs in the remainder of the season. So the Bengals are going to be better than we thought, but I think the Bengals are definitely not a playoff team. Although they have the number 5 defense in the NFL right now, according to DVOA, which is quite surprising. And Logan Wilson's been fantastic. And they have 9 sacks already this season, and they had 12 all of last year, which is unbelievable to think about just 4 games into the year. The simple analysis is Green Bay has that offense that is going to take advantage of the Bengals, despite the fact they have the 5th best defense in the NFL so far. I would say Packers. It makes my life easier that Juju also picked the Bengals.
Yeah, thank you for giving me that freebie, Kyle. Okay, but seriously though, let's think about this one before we move on. Playoff contention and everything. I think both the AFC North and the AFC West are battling currently for who could send 3 playoff teams. If you are 3-1, you are in a mathematically good spot. And if they can win this game, go 4-1, I think they could split with the Ravens. I think this team is good enough to split with the Browns if Baker Mayfield remains inconsistent. I think that they have an opportunity, still a few wins from teams that they shouldn't beat. And the record could potentially be somewhere around 9 wins. And is that good enough to get into the playoffs? Maybe, if these teams just kind of keep beating up on each other. It's not so much a playoff game for the Packers because no one is challenging them currently in the NFC North. So I'll give you at least there. For the Packers, this means nothing. For the Bengals, it could potentially mean everything.